Welcome to Station 5. My name is Jimmy Townsend. You might remember me from a day in the life of my first shift. I was over at Station 4, stationed over there for that video. I've now moved over to Station 5, and I wanted to show you guys around. So here we have our front office space. We usually use this for our morning meetings to sort of organize what we're going to do during the day. Today we're going to do some pump training later this afternoon, so we discussed that in here. We have a computer here. We've got our supplies. We've got some plaques kind of demonstrating the history of the station. So it's a great place to kind of start our day off. Usually in the mornings we have citizens come by. They're walking their dogs. They want to say hi. So we usually interact with them in the mornings around here. So Station 5 was built in 2008. This new station was built in 2008. Before that, there was Station 5, the older station that was on this same foundation. So they just renovated Station 5 and built it on this new area. We service the Vinings, Jubilee, Vinings area. We also have lots of high-rise structures. We are second into the Battery, which is where the Braves play, and there's some restaurants and apartments over there as well. We also service 75 and 285. Those two main highways sort of connect right around here, so we're always on calls over there. So we have a lot of different varying environments that we work in, and so it's great to be sort of centered here in Vinings. We have quick access to a lot of different areas, and it's a lot of fun to interact with the community around here. All right, so let's go check out the rest of the station. So here we have our Ems Supply Closet. This is where we store most of our EMS supplies. So when we run a call, when we use some supplies, we always got to restock, make sure we're ready to go for the next call. So we'll come in here and grab some new supplies for the next call. This door leads us right into our bay and our gear lockers. This is where we keep all of our turnout gear, stuff that might have been in the elements, might have been around fire, so we like to keep that in the bay away from our personal areas. So each crew member has their own locker where they store a lot of their sort of exterior gear. This is also where we have our apparatus staged and ready to go. So right through this door takes us into the main living area of the firehouse. So we actually have 3 floors at this station. The first floor in the basement, it has some office areas, some meeting areas. The second floor, which is here, has our bays, our gear lockers, as well as like a day room, our bunks and stuff like that. And then the third floor up top has our day room, our kitchen, our dining room, and some more offices. So I'll show you guys upstairs real quick. So going up our staircase here to the 3rd floor, we have some pictures of fires and other responses that members of the Station 5 crews have been a part of. They're not all in our territory, but our engine and our rescue respond to emergencies in other areas as well. We have some cool artifacts from back in the day. We have some old helmets here, a chief's helmet as well. And as we keep going up the stairs here, it'll take us to our kitchen, our dining room, and some office spaces as well. So over this way, we have our kitchen and our day room and our dining room. It's a really nice area up here. We have lots of nice natural light up top here. It's a big kitchen. We have lots of cooking supplies, nice oven, nice stove. We're always up here cooking really good meals, breakfast and dinner. It's a good place to sort of hang out and bond with your crew members. Over this way, we have our dining area here, which sort of merges with our day room. Another great place to sort of spend the evenings, kind of decompress from a stressful day or a busy day, hang out, bond with your crew members. It's a lot of fun to be up here, and great views of Vinings as well. So right over this way, we have a couple of offices. We have a nice porch that we like to spend the evenings out, watching the sunset with the crew members. Right here, we have a map of Station 5's territory. Station 5 is located right here. So as you can see, there's 75 and 85 here, wherever they merge. Cumberland Mall area. So this is all the area that we tend to run calls in, and we'll run with other stations as well throughout this territory. So right over this way, we have our porch. It's a great area to hang out, enjoy the views of Vinings. We like to eat out here, we like to hang out in the evening time. We have our grill. We'll make some good meals out here as well. Just a great place to be with your crew members, talk the day over, and decompress after a shift. And right over this way, we have our set of exterior stairs. We like to use these for training purposes, just to get some good stair work in, carrying gear, getting used to that, because we run a lot of high-rise calls. So it's good to get familiar with, or getting in good shape to be going on stairs a lot. We have a ladder set up over here. We can practice ladder pulls. We also have a rope dangling down, connected to a piece of hose that we can pull up, practice doing that sort of thing. It's a great benefit of being at Station 5 is being able to use these stairs to train. And we like to do gear workouts, just get really acclimated to running calls in gear and having to go upstairs a lot. All right, so as we go back inside, take a left over here, and we got a couple of nice office spaces. So here we have a great engineer, JR, over here, probably working on reports. He's really good at that. So these are great spaces we usually use this room over here as like a classroom setting. So if we're ever doing any sort of a computer-based training, anything like that, we tend to use this room in here. So it has enough space for the entire crew. We have another engineer in here. You might remember Engineer Clayman from A Day in the Life of an Engineer.
How are y'all today?
He's over at Station 5 now.
Training for later this afternoon, Jim.
Perfect, ready to go. So this is a great area that we can all sort of come together to do some training, and then this office space we just use for doing reports and computer work and that sort of thing. We have some more, portraits. Here's a famous picture of the Vinings Methodist Church that caught fire in 1941. And that's now, there's a Starbucks located exactly where that is now. So it's nice to have that history. So we also have an elevator at Station 5. We use that for training as well, getting ready for elevator calls, that sort of thing. So we use that for training purposes. So I'm gonna take that downstairs and I'll meet you down there. Hey. We're back on the second floor here. So this is another nice sort of gathering area that we have. We use it also for meetings and that sort of thing. If the chief comes by, we'll meet down here. We have another computer. We got our coffee maker, very essential. It's just a nice convenient meeting area right near the bays that we can use like directly after a call. Over here we have our laundry room and a supply closet. We go through a lot of laundry here when we're working really hard. We can get pretty dirty, so we use the laundry area for that sort of thing, and a place to sort of keep all of our supplies. We have two sort of separate locker rooms. We have our gear lockers out in the bay, which, like I was saying, is where we have our dirtier gear, our gear that's been exposed to potential contaminants, that sort of thing. So we like to keep that outside of the living area. And then we have our main locker room in here, which is more for our personal clothing, stuff like that. The stuff that you want to kind of keep away from gross contaminants that we have outside. So every member gets one locker, and we use that, to sort of store our personal stuff. And then this locker room leads us right into the bunk area here. So we have 8 bunks. It's enough to accommodate more than the staffing that we have. So our minimum staffing is 5 personnel. We have 2 on our rescue, 3 on our engine, but a lot of the times we'll have 4 on the engine, sometimes even 5, depending on the day. So we like to make sure we have enough bunks to accommodate an entire crew like that. This is my bunk here. We got a bed, a nightstand, we have a desk built in. It's really convenient to have all that stuff so you can get some studying done if you need to. You need some privacy. It's a good place to sort of decompress as well. Through this side of the locker room, we have our gym. We actually have 2 separate gym areas as well. This is our inside gym where we have a treadmill, we've got dumbbells, we've got some leg machines, some free weights as well. This is a good place to be in the air conditioning when it's hot out and work out and stay cool while working out. All right, so now we'll head and look at the apparatus bay. On the right side, we have our engine. On the left side, we have the rescue. So let's check out the engine first. So here we have our engine. We have some workbenches back here for our tools and equipment we like to maintain. This is our frontline engine here. We have 3 people riding on it. We have our medical bags are stationed in here. That way we can grab them really quick for a call. We've got our Minuteman hose set up. We've got all of our tools and supplies in these side compartments as well. Coming around back, we have some more hose loads as well. We have our supply lines. We also have a what we call a bulk load, which we use for long lays, long hose lays. And as you continue around this side, we have more equipment over here. We've got, you know, various tools stored here as well. More supply line. We've got the other side of our crosslay Minuteman here. And as you look inside the engine, you can see we have gear set up and ready to go for our crew members that are riding on the engine today. We have our front bumper line here, which we have what we call a double scorpion load, so we can grab it quickly and deploy it. We run a lot of highway calls, and with that comes, you know, a decent amount of car fires. So we tend to use this hose here for that, for quick deployment on the highway. And then we have our driver's seat as well. And then our other side here, and then our pump panel here. We're going to do some pump training later today, so I'm starting to get really familiar with this. I'm starting to train with that and starting to understand it a lot more. So it'll be fun to go into further detail with that later today. And then as you cross the bay this side, we've got our rescue. We call these rescue. They're staffed by at least one paramedic, and they run ALS calls both in our territory and in other stations' territories as well. We usually have two riding on this. We have our driver and we have a paramedic. I'm driving this rig today. It's great because it, you know, is really maneuverable in tight areas. You can get through traffic pretty easily and get to calls really quick. We have our driver's side. We've got our medical bags ready to go right here as well. Just everything is sort of conveniently placed within arm's reach to be able to, you know, get to a call and respond quickly. If you come around this side, we've got some more gear. What's great about these rescue rigs is that you know, they're staffed by a paramedic, but they also have firefighting capabilities, not in terms of, you know, deploying hose, but in terms of, you know, search and that sort of thing. We're able to, you know, help out on the fire scene. We're not just a medical rig. So back here we have where my gear is stationed. We got air packs, extra air bottle, my gear, a stair chair. And then around back here is where we have a lot of our firefighting supplies. So in here we've got our water can and a fire extinguisher. And then we have the seat riders gear up here. And then we've got our firefighting tools. So we have a set of irons, we've got a couple pike poles, New York hooks, we've got, you know, a broom to deal with debris. We've got enough stuff here where we can, you know, be productive on a fire scene. And then over on this side here, we have our second gym area. This is where we have a lot of our cardio machines. We've got some more free weights. We've also got our refrigerators, more storage for our food because we eat a lot. And this is where we tend to base a lot of our gear workouts out of. We have a lot of our equipment for that. We've got, you know, battle ropes. We've got a lot of different equipment we can use to do gear workouts. That's sort of staged in here, and that's really helpful. We've also got some training tools around here as well. We've got an area we can do some hose deployments. We have this window prop as well, which we can, you know, practice doing window rescues. So we have a lot of really cool and useful equipment sort of stored around here. Well, that wraps it up for our station tour here of Station 5 in Vinings. I want to thank you guys for watching the video and checking out the station. If you have any more questions or you want more information about the department or about joining the department, you can go to joincobbfire.com.